Krista, you want to get up here and yes or no? Come on. I know you can't jump up there. Hold on. Oh, fat. Get your fat up here. Want some water? Hold on. Oh, of course. At the last minute, baby girl. At the last minute. Hit it. Oh, I did it. My dog's a ding dong. Oh, what is up? We just started about a minute ago. We're just getting everything ready, waiting for some people to jump on. Waiting for Rumble to load. Oh, shit. And this is why it's difficult to go live on Rumble. Hope everybody's having a blessed night. What's up, Bubba? It goes, I guess. I'm sure you're seeing all this craziness that's happening out here everywhere. Where the heck is... I'm sure everybody's seeing everything that's happening. They just passed some more provisions through the Pentagon today, which is quite hilarious. I'm just waiting for Rumble to load up, guys, so we got a few minutes before it's going to be going full time here. But we need to get in, and I'm going to put a poll up in a minute here. How many people actually think we're going to be able to get what's happening right now back through peace, honestly? You know what I mean? With the escalation of how far it's gone just in the past 5 weeks since Charlie's assassination, do you honestly think it's able to have a peaceful resolution for all of this? Do you really think that, you know, on the 18th is the No Kings rally? It's nationwide everywhere. So it's going to be interesting what they're saying. Millions of people have already pre-registered for these rallies all around the United States. So I guess they're going to have people in the streets that are representatives. Thanks, brother. People in the streets that representatives, Democrat representatives speaking out, all kinds of crazy shit. So I'm going to try to get a placeholder video loaded in the... If you have the Rumble app, 100% right away, cool. If you have the Rumble app, Berserker Patriot 1776, we're trying to grow our Rumble channel right now. Never really done much on Rumble because it's hard to gain followers over here, but sure would love to have some followers come over to Rumble and get us away from YouTube. Berserker Patriot 1776 on Rumble. So check us out. If you don't know about Portland today, a bunch of patriots came together in Portland and stood up against the Antifa dinglings that are out there doing their peaceful protest. You know, they riot all day, and then when the mainstream media finally shows up in the dusk of evening night, you know, they have their little freaking pet costumes on and shit like that. So it's right on track to exactly what people like me have been talking about this entire time. We've been warning people, telling people to get ready for what's coming. Now it's time to start talking about, hey, we need to start coming together in our communities now that they are, we got people right on the ground in Portland. I've played the videos. Royce Black, you lying piece of shit propagandist. I've got people on the ground in Portland that are sending us videos posting videos every day. We see what's happening. We saw the cops get attacked the other day. We saw the riots leading through the cities. Oh, let's not believe your lying eyes. Let's not believe what you can physically see for yourself. Let's believe what we tell you is happening. Prove you live in Portland. Prove that you've been down on the streets. Like, when these mainstream media go into the streets in Chicago and they say that there's no violence here. They go to like the upper echelon of Chicago. Go down to the fucking K-Town and tell me that shit, bro. Go down to the fucking K block, 3600 through fucking 4800 block and tell me there's no violence in fucking Chicago. Mostly peaceful. It's time we start mostly peacefully protesting the left at this point. You know, let's live off of their definition of everything, and let's go ahead and peacefully protest out in the streets ourselves, you know. But we're not going out here to destroy small businesses and destroy people's lives. Unable to set up live stream on Rumble tonight, guys. This is getting dumb. YouTube was down last night. Now Rumble's having problems today. Had problems with OBS Studios on YouTube just a little bit ago. I went to upload my OBS like I did earlier today, and it told me invalid error 306. So, hey, it is what it is, right? So I'm going to go ahead and use this placeholder video. I'm going to use this template. I'm going to put it in here. And now, let's try this again. We got to start getting Rumble as a primary outlet for everybody. The Kong Dong larger than heart. We're going to leave Rumble. I guess Rumble's not a thing. I mean, we can go live on TikTok, but why give them the fucking credit, right? So instead, we'll go see what the fuck's going on out here, like we always do. No, I've always had a pretty fucked up schnoz. I guess Turning Point USA is doing something live. Oh, and another thing that's going to destroy Democrats is they're ending race-based districting. So if you don't know what that is, right now in these Democrat cities, they'll base voting congressional seats on, they'll guarantee seats whoever the minority is. So they're going to be ending that. Therefore, they're going to lose their congressional seats completely. Things are about to get fucking beautiful out here, man. These people, and when I say beautiful, I don't mean the country's about to get fixed, because in my honest opinion, I don't know how we're going to turn this around without some kind of violence in the streets. These people are not going to just stop. You know, going in and getting the illegals out of the city isn't taking the ideology away from these judges that are pressing these unconstitutional issues. This isn't going to take the ideology away from these kids that are in the streets committing this crime and standing up for these fucking terrorists. So it's not going to make a difference at all. So we're going to give credit to Cash Jordan right now, because he's got a pretty good video on here.
Oh, it's total pandemonium. Oh, that guy's gonna rock.
Yeah, he's talking a lot through this, but yeah, I'm totally a woman, dude. I'm totally a woman. Absolutely. So these people are actively fighting ICE for illegal criminal alien terrorists in our country right now. This shit is insane. And once they realize they can never win another election during the midterms, what do you think is going to happen? Do you think it's just going to be, you know, la-di-da-di-da, or do you think they're going to try to peacefully protest everything? Like Bolton's getting indicted, Obama's been indicted, Comey's been indicted, like 35 high officials have been indicted under federal charges. 2 of them have already had to turn themselves in. That hat is not beat to hell by any means. That hat is in great condition. It doesn't even have a scuff on it, bro. What are you talking about? It doesn't even have a stain inside of it. Nothing. I only wear this hat when I'm not working. Now I've got 100 Trump hats that I wear when I'm working. So, but at this moment in time, I mean, if you notice when you go on YouTube, they're even making shit like kind of disappear a little bit, you know? Like you're not seeing all this crazy news that you were seeing even 48 hours ago. A lot of shit has disappeared completely off the inner spheres altogether. Like as I'm going through it right now. So we got Chuck Schumer, if you don't know about the other day, physically got on TV and said that people need to rise up, Democrats and leftists need to physically rise up and attack people, go against people, you know, so then we got other politicians like Hakeem Jeffries and whatever Mehmet Bubid, the fucking communist Muslim, that are saying that they're having dreams about fantasizing, murdering their political figures, and then the other one's saying, if I had a gun with 2 bullets in it, and I was in a room with Mao, Pol Pot, and a Republican, I'd shoot the Republican in the head twice. So we have our administration bowing down to lower court unconstitutional orders, which have already been deemed twice by the Supreme Court as unconstitutional injunctions. So it's gonna, let's make 1776 great again, guys. Let's make, you know, taking our fucking country back great again. Let's get a movement of patriots in the streets so large that they can't do a fucking thing, that they can't get out here and riot. They can't get out here and destroy our shit because we're in their fucking way and there's nothing they can do about it because they're a bunch of big slimy cunts that can't fight their way out of a paper bag. If fucking 2,000 savage fucking jacked up patriots were in the streets, they would think twice before getting out there and attacking fucking ICE agents. You know what I mean? It's not the government's duty to keep the people safe. It's the people's duty to keep our communities and the people trying to do their jobs in our communities safe. Okay? Big Daddy government's not here to protect us. You understand? We're supposed to be here to protect ourselves. That's why an armed society is a polite society. If everybody's armed, the people that should not have guns won't be here. You know what I mean? We won't have all this rioting in the fucking streets. 40 billion to Argentina, let's make it 100 billion to Argentina. I'd rather give 300 billion to Argentina than corrupt ass fucking Ukraine. At least Argentina went in 1 week, arrested every fucking criminal, prosecuted them, put them where they were supposed to be, arrested all the corrupt politicians and the corrupt cops, and are turning into one of the fastest growing free market capital economies on the fucking planet. Absolutely. Let's go ahead and give Argentina everything they need and let's help them out, because we have to circulate American dollars for the fucking dollar to be worth anything and have a fucking country. Absolutely. Let's circulate money instead of circulating it through fucking war. Beautiful. Let's circulate money to a country that actually wants to build itself up and be a good country and have a fucking, they're writing their own constitution for their country right now. Yes, let's help them. They want to be a constitutional republic instead of a communist dictatorship, and every country around them is a fucking communist country. So they're leading the way in that fucking area. You know what I mean? Absolutely, let's fucking help them out. Beautiful. If we're going to circulate the money, let's circulate it to people that want to be our ally and stand with us and fight with us and help us grow as an economy while we help their economy grow. Not people that want to suck off the teat of America, steal all of our fucking money, and then bitch like little whiny, salty cunts that they can't get more money from us. You know, come over here, literally cry on TV like a little bitch baby. Fucking, you know what I mean? It's just absolute insanity. So we need to appropriate money to where it's meant to be. We don't appropriate money for people that aren't legal in this fucking country. Shut the government down. Beautiful. You don't see one bit of difference right now than you did fucking 3 weeks ago. None. Not a single bit of difference. Okay, so Someone today said they're going to be shutting the government down soon. I was talking to them at the Dollar General. They said, soon they're shutting down the government. I said, bro, they did that fucking weeks ago. What are you talking about? He's like, oh, they did? I'm like, yeah. He's like, well, what's going to happen? I'm like, you see it. Nothing. Most people don't even know the government's fucking shut down right now, bro. So that's what really happens. This is the reality of what the Democrats are trying to make you so scared about. You can still appropriate funds to the fucking military, and if the Democrats have a problem with that when we're at war in this country, who gives a fuck? We need to run into wartime powers right now and fucking nip this shit in the bud. We need to be a lot more fucking ruthless than we're being right now. We're being light. They're using fucking paintball guns and weak-ass tear gas. Their tasers aren't even stopping these motherfuckers, bro. They're getting off on that shit. You see that guy running while he got tased, 2 tasers in his back, and he's acting like he doesn't even feel it. And he's a fat, gelatinous sack of shit that has no physical ability whatsoever, which helps him in his favor when it comes to electricity, because electrical currents run more through muscle than they do fat, so... Hey, tear gas baby, why don't you debate me? You come on every one of my lives. You must not think I'm that fucking incompetent. You fucking hang on to every word I do. You even told me how many followers. You told me how many followers I had on all my other fucking social media earlier. You sons of bitches. So when I tell you guys to go to my Rumble page, my trolls actually go over to my other social media when I fucking shout it out. But they hate us so much. My own subscribers don't even go over to my other fucking social media page. Like, subscribe, and share, by the way. We're trying to build this channel so we can get out here. We'll be out on the 18th at several different No Kings, Antifa, fucking salty cunt protests out here. They won't achieve anything in our towns. But hopefully, let's see them get a little salty out here so they can learn real fast. We spank kids down here. We don't fucking spare the rod. Prove it. Prove it, Mike. Show me some evidence. One little bit of evidence. One little bit of evidence. They changed the Constitution of states and charged a sitting president with 34 felonies with no underlying charges, which has never been done in the history of time. They created the fake collusion Russia hoax. They created the January 6th hoax. They created the COVID hoax. You created fucking... I can go on for fucking years on all of the corruption. You weaponized the DOJ to the point where it never has been before. I've been visited by the FBI 19 times for speaking at school board meetings. If you wear a MAGA hat, you have a fucking cross on. If you have anything that has to do with the actual history and tradition of this country on your person, you were considered a terrorist under the Democrats. If you didn't come into our country illegally, you're considered a fucking terrorist. If you're against people coming into our country illegally and you want borders, you're a fucking terrorist. Holy fuck, literally everything you stand for is against what this country was built on. So get the fuck out. We no longer want you in this country. One way or another, you're going to go. We promise. We promise. We've got 3.5 years left to get savage. See, that's the thing. We know how to work our president. We know for a fact the moment he does some shit we don't like and we fucking let him know in the inner spheres, he's going to pay attention to that. And our president cares too much about what people, including you, think about him. But once he sees that we just want him to be 2016 Savage Trump and punch you right in the fucking mouth and not give a fuck about your feelings, he's going to do that shit. And it's going to come down, and that Insurrection Act is going to get passed. Look, I get where Trump's coming from. He wants to do everything he can not to fucking pass the Insurrection Act, man. That's some hardcore shit for a president to have to do. That's some hardcore shit. That changes. That means we are 100%. We have officially declared war in America the moment that act is passed. Okay, so the next step will be the foreign terrorists. We need to all be on True Social posting now. Deem them foreign terrorists now. Because I'm tired of turning on the TV every single day. Every 3 hours, there's another person getting fucking murdered, or 4 people dead with fucking 25 fucking injured, or 16 people dead with 30 fucking injured, or a fucking plane crashing, or a train crashing, or fucking some kind of shit fucking up in our country. You know what I mean? Every single day. I don't give a fuck about Israel. I don't give a fuck about Gaza. I don't give a fuck about any other country except for America. None of this shit you people say mean a fucking thing. And I really hope all you people putting 8647 in enfadada to all of us fascists in my comments or in the streets when this goes down. I hope you're there to look me in the fucking eyes, okay? Because this is gonna be really bad for you. You think we're still playing games out here is the problem. You literally still think we're tolerating what you do because for 4.5 years, you've been big, salty, bitch, baby cunts, and you have been tolerated. We'll give you that. You have been tolerated. But there is no more tolerance for you people. None. Absolutely not. Yeah, he's coming with a sword of vengeance to take a swipe at the earth and strike down evil. The Bible commands, if you are of strong mind and will and you see the weak being oppressed or abused by the evil, you must do something. You must do something. You cannot sit back and tolerate evil going against the children of God, guys. So at this point, we need a movement in America. We need a movement in every community, and I will take this upon me. Do you understand? I will take the bullshit from the government, from the FBI. I will put my name on every fucking piece of it. I will pay all my money out of my pocket, sell my shit, and fucking live in my truck while I travel around and meet you people. Do you understand? I don't give a fuck about money. We gotta secure the future for our children. Do you understand? This is about the children at this point. If you're 43 or older, you're my age or older, this is our future. This is our future. We have to secure a future. Do you want your children fighting in the streets? No, not at all. These are the hard times that weak people create that we're in right now. And some strong, hard-ass men need to stand the fuck up and fucking create some not so hard times for the future at this point. That's just the fact of the matter. Sometimes the tree of liberty has to be watered. Sometimes. If you plant enough freedom seeds, the trees of liberty will grow far and wide. The trees of freedom. You know, we don't have to be violent if we just get in the streets as a force. You understand that? Everybody's trying to wait until we have to get violent. That sucks. That sucks. Why don't we do something now, Patriots? Why don't we stand the fuck together now so we don't have to get in the streets with guns, so we don't have to have stocked up food piles? You know what I mean? Because they're like, oh, well, they're not smart enough to shut off the electricity. All they have to do is fucking go ground out 2 pieces of metal on any of your fucking main fucking electrical survey plants. You know what I'm saying? Like right down the road here, there's a big electrical plant that gives electricity to this whole side of the fucking town. Well, guess what? All they have to do is go grind 2 of those out and that whole thing fucking blows up. It's real simple. They can fly a drone in there with some fucking metal rods and fucking take your electricity out. You can just wake up one morning and there's no internet, therefore there's no information circulating. And before you know it, you got motherfuckers knocking on your door. You know, we don't want that. We don't want that kind of fucking juice going on in the country. Because that's when we got to be out here in ghillie suits crawling through the fucking grass and shit and fucking whispering in your ear before you black out, liberals. We don't want to do that. You know what we want to do? We want to go fishing and drink a beer and be left the fuck alone. Fucking spend some time with our dogs. Go to the range. Go out and have fun. Go to the mud pit. So, how about we all understand that we can agree to disagree? How about we all understand that we don't have to go in the streets and get violent? You guys don't have to be angry. You don't have to hate yourselves. See, that's why we don't get too mad at you, because we know you don't hate us, you hate yourselves. Because if you loved yourselves, you wouldn't be so miserable and you wouldn't be so unhappy all the time. Because people that love themselves and genuinely look in the mirror and say, hey, you know what? I kind of like that guy. They don't go out and murder people. They don't go out and fucking get rid of an entire population of babies through a generation, you know? They just don't do stuff like that. They don't go out and cut their body parts off and mutilate themselves because they're so unhappy with the skin they're in. So one of the first things we need to do is we need to go in and arrest every single teacher that has indoctrinated one of these children. Every single one of them. Okay? And didn't Obama build 32,000 guillotines for a fucking reason back in 2009 or 10? Remember that? Remember when that was going on? When we thought fucking all this crazy shit was happening? Well, we got all these stockpiles of all these things that these Democrats have set a precedent for, so let's use it. Let's do it. This is getting crazy, man. We actively have sitting members of our government defying the Constitution and saying, come fucking get me. And we're not going and fucking getting them. What's the problem here? What are we doing? You know what I mean? If you live under this ideology, you're a fucking terrorist. If you back this ideology, you're a fucking terrorist. There's no mercy for you in this country any longer. This country is now a black flag zone. Okay? When you come into these small towns, our cops aren't going to be there. We've already spoken with them. Our cops aren't going to be there. We're going to be there. Okay? The cops are going to be down the road, and we're going to have a 20-minute fucking window. So when you come down here and you get fucking stupid and crazy, we're going to deal with you. Because they give a fuck what the news thinks about. We don't. Okay? We're going to smack you. We're going to spank you. We're going to pull your pants down the middle of the street, and we're going to spank you like the little bitch babies you are. And then we're going to send you on your fucking way. You understand? You're not going to come down here with this no king shit on the 18th and think you're going to get some kind of fucking movement going in these small cities. Because if y'all don't know, they've invested hundreds of millions of dollars, and I've tried to expose this to you for the past 9 months. $400 million in my part of Southwest Florida alone. They opened 3 new Democrat headquarters here, and every single weekend for 9.5, 10 months, they have had a bunch of people getting together and organizing these no fucking kings rallies. And they have direct action Antifa there that are out there with their black masks and all black on, and there's usually several of them, and they're out there with their bullhorns, and they're the antagonizers. Okay, the moment you confront those people, these so-called regular Democrats start attacking you. So if you're just a regular Democrat and you don't agree with this ideology they're espousing, why are you attacking people for them? That makes you a terrorist. That means you're aiding and abetting criminal terrorists, which makes you a terrorist. It doesn't matter if you're wearing the same colors as them. It doesn't matter if you think you're an Antifa member. Just like an oath breaker is an oath breaker. If you're standing and you're watching another officer violate the Constitution, you're a fucking oath breaker too. And in my opinion, you're worse than the one that's doing the crime, because you're sitting back and you're allowing evil to happen in front of you and saying, oh, well, you know, I'm just taking my little hive mind. It's like you're all sewed from ass to mouth like a human centipede right now. Every one of you, everywhere you go. And the problem is the only reason you're like this is because you know if you don't agree with your own side, they'll kill you. That's got to be insane. You have to be stressed out 24/7. You don't even know what you can post on the fucking internet, because when your own best friends might fucking smack you in the back of the head with a fucking beer bottle, bro. That's gotta be fucking nerve-wracking. You know what I mean? Think about it, Republicans. Think about it, patriots and Christians out here. These people literally have to be stressed out 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, because they can't even say what they want to say. Because if they do, their own side will want to murder them, because they can't control their feelings. They can't control their emotions. That's got to be fucking horrible, man. You know, I'm not saying I'm trying to reach an understanding with these people after everything they've done, but I'm just saying a lot of these people are very, very uneducated children that were indoctrinated by pedophiles to live like this. It's an epidemic in the state of Florida how many pedophiles we have here training children to be just absolute scumbag pieces of shit on the earth. You know what I mean? And it's sad that we've allowed such a pedophile, because that's what this is. This is a pedophile ring. These kids that are out here right now were touched by their teachers and their fucking parents. And that's why they're acting the way they are. Look at Chloe down here in Florida. Ron DeSantis, where were you at for this whole Chloe something thing? Where her mother was forcing him, it's a boy, forced him to cut his genitalia off and use this thing to dilate themselves every single day, even though it was against that child's will. That's fucking the ultimate form of child abuse. Where was Ron DeSantis for that? Nowhere. Nowhere. That shit was allowed to happen. Nothing came of it. No fucking courts were brought up. Nothing. More projecting. Is it Chloe Cole or whatever her name was? She made a fucking autobiography. She made a whole fucking biography about what happened to her. It was live on the fucking TV show, you stupid fuck. saying, I don't want to do that. And her mother telling you, well, if you don't get up and do it yourself, I'm going to force you to do it. I'm going to stick this thing up inside. That's an open wound, by the way, that's trying to close. It's not a fucking vagina. It's a hole that was punched into you by a fucking doctor that is an open wound with skin over it that's trying to heal and close. And you're keeping that wound opened. That's fucking so unhealthy for your body that it's not even funny, bro. This Patriot is anointed. This Patriot is fed the freak up, man. Fed up. And it sucks. You know, I hate being like this. I wasn't like this when I first started on YouTube. I wasn't like this until people tried to kill me for 5 freaking years, man. I'm a jaded, cynical son of a bitch now. I can't walk out of my house without checking my fucking underneath my car and making sure all my windows are still left and making sure my brake lines aren't cut or checking my radiator or making sure there's no wire sticking out from underneath my truck. That shit's nerve-wracking, man. To have to wake up and do that every day, every single time I come out of a grocery store after I've been in there for more than 15 minutes and I can't see any cameras around, I have to check my shit, look at all my shit, you know. So all these people in here, while I'm saying this right now, talking shit, when it's all verified fact on my channel, and the business I own is verified fact, that's how sad these fucking people are. That's all they have in their life. That's it. They don't understand what the definitions of words are. They don't understand the context of a definition like what I'm speaking to you right now. You can tell by their comments. They literally don't understand what the context of things are. You know? They say this is whiny, when this is simply speaking to you, you know? Or they say you're a loser while they're in your fucking comments sitting in their mom's basement waiting for their money to drop so they can eat tonight. It's nuts. You know what I'm eating? I'm a grown-ass adult, so I just simply had a can of black-eyed peas with some fucking rice with some broccoli on top of bread. You know what I mean? Because I work for a living. Yeah, you're right. I don't go protest and terrorize people to make money out of it. I've never made, well, I'm not gonna say I've never made money off of YouTube. Before I got cancel culture, yeah, I made a fuck ton of money off of YouTube. That'd be a lie. I'd be lying to you if I said that. So, I noticed a few of you have visited Berserker Patriot store on Google here recently. The one that's on there is not my actual store any longer. It hasn't been for a long time. When Google canceled me from everything, I lost my website. But we are launching the shop, like I said, here soon. Well, this is my 3rd live today. There's only so much you can say. All it is, the only news we get anymore, is violence. That's it. We don't get good news anymore. We get violent news. So it's just getting stupid at this point. You know, we don't get, it's not like, oh, hey, look at this celebration, or look at this innovation, or look at this move forward in America's history. It's just moving backwards. These people don't know anything about the history and traditions of America. They don't care about the history and traditions of America. They only care about things foreign, terroristic, and murdering and chaos. Prove me otherwise. I'm probably more likely to smoke a bowl with you than drink a beer. The whole have a beer thing, I don't really even smoke that much. You know what I mean? I don't prefer drugs. I don't prefer things that alter my state of mind, other than I've had about 5 of these today, and I'm extremely ADD. People keep saying meth, but I'm ADD. If I took meth, I'd fucking go to sleep, bro. You know what I mean? That's how ADD works. What does one thing on you does the opposite on me. I'm just naturally all fucked up. Israel hasn't been great since they were sent to the desert to wander. It's just the blacked out with gray writing. It's the one I got left that's not fucking dirty. The one I got left that's not dirty. You're right, no kings. If Trump were a king, we'd just kill you all. That's what kings do. We would literally just wipe you out. And unfortunately, I'm not one of them. But there's millions of people in this country that wouldn't give a fuck about that right now. Especially these old people that you're destroying everything they own for no fucking reason in the cities. You know what I mean? These poor people you see on the TV that are by Broadview ICE facility are like, man, this is horrible. Or like in the beginning, in Trump's first term, it was just old people out here. Now it's young people, and they're violent, and they're attacking us, and they're throwing stuff at us. The lady had a big fucking chunk of meat missing out of her fucking chin right here from a rock that hit her the other day. She was like fucking 70, bro. There's something wrong with you people. The only time you attack somebody physically with your hands is when they're fucking old. You can't attack anybody that's actually worth it. Shit. Well, then come help me know, motherfucker. Come help me know. I have a gorgeous dog. Hey, what are you doing, baby? Hey, they say I'm abusing you. What are you doing? You want to go somewhere? What do you want to do? Huh? What do you want to do, silly? What? Want to go somewhere? Okay. We just got back. That's why I was so late going on tonight. We just got back from doing a, your stream has violated multiple terms of service. Please end your live stream. Yeah, I'm not gonna fall for that one again. Oh shit, it's almost 8 o'clock. Hey, it's after 8. I gotta go on my Rumble, guys. Berserker Patriot 1776. Rumble finally loaded. So we're gonna get on here. Yeah, I know I'm dumb, serious. Thank you. Thank you. So we're going to put that up. We're going to pin that. We're going to screenshot that. Boom. And then we're going to